in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle? Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Damian Pierce now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brocky's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
He'll cobble together a yard there. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, Stroud. That pass caught by Tank Dell. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. It's an option to the left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
All right.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Complete to Diggs out left. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington.
That's grabbed inside the 30. They get 40 on the big hitter. And the Falcons will have a first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. He's on the move. And he gets the first just before he's tackled.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From the red zone now. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And again, it's Penix. Escapes the pocket. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Michael Penix Jr., the touchdown! Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Pierce now on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. This Texans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Schultz with the catch. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Lorenzo Carter there to bring him down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And he's down after getting us up to the 41. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, Stroud. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Man in motion here. From the 43. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
On the quick, right?
Shotgun now for Stroud. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they start to murmur, and you might even hear a few bluebirds.
Ooh, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
3rd down, it's Penix. He puts some power on a deep one left. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a 13-0 lead. Drake London with the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Pierce now on the return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
All right.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
All right.
Keeping it with Mixon. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Right.
Here's Stroud. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Kick taken in here at the 17. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey.
Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And he goes down. The Falcons got to him. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, let's go. Hey.
On play action, here's Stroud. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Here we go. Hey.
Now it's Stroud. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that. They connect on the deep shot. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead.
Texans, nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning it from the 16. Man, he's gonna make this to the 28 before going down. Out now come the Texans on offense. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
All right.
From the 36. Has his man, it's Mixon. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. D. Alford getting there for the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud. On the move, headed right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And he's gonna slide to a halt. For the moment, it's a gain, but we'll see if that penalty flag brings it all back.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now, we're gonna wait to see how they respond.
All right.
To the air, Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. He's gonna keep it this time.
C.J. Stroud on the scramble. 13 yards on the pickup.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
At their 48-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. He's going deep. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Nico Collins with a touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Avery Williams on the return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He's got it deep downfield. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again.
Texans 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. This return makes it up to the 25. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
On the quick, right?
Looking to throw, Stroud. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. New set of downs for him at the 38.
All right.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Getting out to it, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
All right.
Trying again, following the sack. Complete to Diggs out left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Final timeout called by the Texans. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get 2 yards on the run. It's 4th down.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
So it'll be Tommy Townsend once again to punt this away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Now he starts from the 6.